Welcome to Fazy Estate Winery. I'm Ken Post, the winemaker here at Fazy Estate Winery, and Brianna, my daughter, that is also the tasting room manager, wine club manager.
Hello.
Hello. We can't be with you in person for our wine club that's going on right now, so we thought we'd at least taste some wines with you, try it virtual. Seems like that's where our world is today. So we want to share with you these wines, what we taste with these wines, and hopefully you can try along with us again later. We welcome all kinds of questions, follow-ups. Brianna and Erica are continuously doing these live. Please open your questions to all of us. We'd like to answer them.
Yeah, it's always fun getting to interact with you guys. I know it's a little bit different, not being in person, but we're fortunate to live in an era where we have amazing technology and we're able to tune in right to your living room. So here we are.
Yeah, and a beautiful day. Here we are just after the rain here at Fazy Estate Winery, enjoying the day. Cameron and I are out pruning right now, getting the vineyards weeds and everything like that, getting things ready to start. Bud break is happening, and we'll be sharing that with you as well.
Yeah.
But right now, on to the wines. The first wine I'd like to start with is the 2019 Malvasia Bianca. And first of all, I'd like to say, this has got a screw cap. This is the one wine I left unopened to show you. I'm finding that screw caps work well for the elderly. My mom has a hard time with corkscrews and different things like that. And the one thing with screw caps is hold the top firmly and twist the bottom. That makes it a lot more easier to open your wine. You have more leverage rather than twisting the top. I suggest that you hold the top, twist the bottom.
And twist off tops actually come in handy for a multitude of other things, guys. Should you find yourself, not carrying a corkscrew in your purse or your luggage or wherever you might be, a twist off top is quite a handy thing there. Whether you're going to the beach, camping, or a hike, it's just one less thing you have to carry, and pretty nice to seal it as well. Should you not drink the entire bottle, you just put that twist off top right on there, and believe it or not, maybe you get an extra day out of your wine, which is really nice.
Exactly. Great reseal. So this wine, I just started at Fazy Estate Winery last year. It was Valentine's Day of last year, as a matter of fact. And one of the first wines that I got to make was the Malvasia Bianca, 2019. We've bottled now 3 wines. Was just bottled February.
Yeah.
So this 2000 Malvasia Bianca, the fruit comes from Josh Marshall, Marischal Vineyard in Sanger. And this was all stainless steel fermentation. The second wine we did was a rosé. We'll talk about at another date. And a sweet Malvasia Bianca made in a port-like style.
Yes.
Very nice too as well. But this wine, yes, it's one of the first 3 of mine to be bottled here. This is a light style white. It's very tropical. Oh my gosh, the tropics on this, they're amazing on that. You get this pineapple, guava,
mango, some coconut in there. I mean, this is like we bottled vacation. It's just so many smells.
So this reminds me of Mom and I when we're in Costa Rica. We're sitting there in the tropics and we're having all this tropical fruit here with us, some pineapple, mangoes, and these different things, and all this tropics. This takes me to the tropics.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, maybe even like a papaya feel to it as well. You get a lot, and it comes in layers, but it's very crisp at the same time. I'm very excited for this one. This is a true summertime delicious wine, and as we've been sampling it in the tasting room, I waited for the. Did we wait for this one or did we wait for the rosé? We waited. No, wait, I couldn't wait. I released them both because I was so excited for you guys. But this is a really, really delicious middle of the range as far as both areas, whether you have somebody who likes super crisp or if you like somebody who has a real fruit forward palate. Even my sweet wine drinkers, they truly love this as one because it has a lot of that tropical quality to it. I'm very excited for this wine. So if you guys are one of our mixed wine club members, meaning both you get both white and red, this will be in your shipment. So these are actually the 3 bottles bottles you guys will receive in your shipment as far as the mix goes.
That's nice. That's refreshing. It tastes good even on a day like this. A
I
little
was just gonna
blueberry.
say, I'm happy. I'm still happy.
But when we start hitting those 80-degree days, this is a vibrant wine. This wine was never saw barrel. It was fermented in stainless steel, stayed in stainless steel, and never went through secondary fermentations. There's 2 fermentations. One which is the yeast, which converts the sugar to alcohol, and then there's a secondary fermentation that converts malic acid to lactic acid. All our reds go through that, except for our rosé.
Right.
And then our Chardonnay. So that's what gives you that creamy finish sometimes. A wine like this that doesn't go through that is more crisp and a little bit
Brighter.
brighter. Exactly.
Yeah, brighter.
Oh, I love the taste of this too.
And you know, even the lingering flavor of it really still kind of coats the palate, or the back, I would say the back of my mouth a little bit, which I really like.
There were only 165 cases of this produced. It's lower alcohol, a 12.3 alcohol on it. And man, it does. It was saying well, I guess we wrote it a while back, but it's still tasting the same. We get the tropical notes of peach, mango, and key lime pie.
Oh, that's the other one. Yeah.
Yeah,
When you
the
say
finish.
the key lime, that's right there. You definitely feel that, like a nice Marie Callender's. Miss that place. Key lime pie. But it also pairs well with. So we put on this one Hawaiian chicken kebabs, which I think is really good too. But you guys don't limit yourself to what you can pair it with. I mean, you can even taste some delicious fruit. Last summer we were really into barbecuing fruit, so you could do a barbecued pineapple or watermelon with a little balsamic on it. Would be delicious as well.
Good aperitif type thing. Any kind of a salad, early thing.
Salad.
I think this is a wine to try, experiment with, have fun. Different serving temperatures. I see this wine that can be served across the board to cool, which I often think most whites are served way too cold. Straight out of the refrigerator, it's 45 degrees. To me, this wine shines best at like 50 to 55 degrees.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's cool, but not too cold.
Right. So
And remember, the colder it is, the less you taste and smell too. So if you don't like a wine out there, chill the heck out of it.
Yes.
Not ours.
right out of the freezer. But this will be your poolside wine, so it's okay if it sits out for a half hour, 45 minutes. Totally fine to keep by the pool. That would be a really good thing. Even if you, with these colder nights, want to do a jacuzzi, keep it right there as well. It's going to taste good all around. This is your multi-purpose wine right here.
Yeah, fun wine. All right, let's go on to the next one.
Yeah.
This next wine is Buoyant. So we've merged Buoyant with Fazy. So Buoyant is a project that my wife Julie and I started. It's with Central Coast fruit from the Santa Lucia Highlands, from the Smith family. This is something that, it was just in the beginnings, and when I started work here with Ralph's talking, and it's like, why don't we bring the two together? So Buoyant is now part of Fazy Estate Winery. And thus, we get to be now having Buoyant wines at the winery here for sale, and in the wine club shipment.
Very exciting.
This is an exciting wine. This is very limited. There are only 55 cases produced. It's a 2018 Syrah from the Santa Lucia Highlands.
Yeah. Central Coastline, guys. So Erica and I talked about this a little bit last week, but I think it's really exciting that we have Ken here to talk about it. Because this was his special baby, which I'm very excited for. So.
Well, this was a sideline. This
Yeah.
is because the Pinot Chard is what
Your
I-
true.
a
That was
true
your true
true
thing, yeah.
in the Central Coast, Santa Lucia Highlands. But there's little things that always happen to stumble across their pathway.
That's true.
And the Syrah was one, and also a Riesling. We did a 22 case Riesling.
Dry Riesling.
Dry Riesling that we'll talk about someday. But this, my gosh.
It's super dark and rich. Oh, I love this Syrah so much. One of my
I
favorites.
get the dark fruits out of this, a blueberry, blackberry, spice, violets. I also get aromatics of violet in this.
Definitely get the violets.
And pepper.
A little bit of pepper, but in a very pleasant way. It's very subtle. It's very smooth. The tannins are very silky over the mouth. I really enjoy this Syrah. This is a great Easter time wine too, you guys. So I mean, it's gonna pair with a lot of those Easter foods.
This wine, it's amazing. Even though it's young, it's a baby. It's a 2018 Syrah. Just in how it was produced and the things that this had to go through, it's amazing that I was able to bottle this and chose to bottle this along with the other 18 wines that we did.
I know, it's crazy.
This was bottled clear back in August of last year. And it's delightful too. It's the aromatics on this.
And the color. The color is so rich and sexy. I love this. I love this wine. One of my favorite Syrahs. Yum, 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 yum.
In the mouth, same thing. Get a lot of the blueberry, pomegranate, pepper. The judges like this at the San Francisco International Wine Competition as well.
Yeah.
This took double gold, 98 points.
Yeah, and that's over like 2,000 wines across the world, guys. So,
I think 6,000.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, in the whole competition, yeah.
Which is still
and
cool.
we'll be in Tasting Panel magazine, April issue. That should be now. We need to get one of those.
Yeah, we do. We'll keep it in the tasting room, so after this is all over, you guys can see it.
So, just because the judges like it, that doesn't mean it's a good wine for you. And I share this always with everyone. People ask me, what's a good wine? And what I like isn't what you guys are going to like necessarily. When it comes to food, we're pretty adamant on what we like. I love sushi. My neighbor Chris, he thinks it's baked. So we're adamant when it comes to food. But when it comes to wine, we're looking for somebody else to tell us, a judge or somebody, that this is a good wine. Trust your palate. Drink it. And if it tastes good, that's a great wine for you. Enjoy it and trust your own palate. Just because I like it doesn't mean it's good for you.
No, and that's one thing that I love about this winery is not only our, we like to use layman's terms a lot, and we also like to keep it 100% honest with you guys. I've tried $400 bottles of wine, and I've tried $5 bottles of wine, and sometimes it's just a matter of what you care for. So don't ever let anybody just tell you, you have to have this wine. It's truly the best wine for you is the one you're enjoying in your glass.
Yes. And with good company.
That's very true.
Pairing wines. Pairings. This one didn't mention. My favorite pairing with this is brisket on the Traeger.
I like that brisket.
That brisket on the Traeger for a good solid 10 hours. And
that'd be good. I would say my favorite would probably be my dad's paella to go with
this one.
I like this one a lot with the paella. But there's nothing telling you can't have a nice piece of delicious dark chocolate cake to go with your Syrah as well. Totally okay. Or even ice cream. Pour it over your ice cream. Do whatever you want. That's okay.
Yeah, experiment. Hey, you're at home right now. Experiment. And one of the things too in tasting these wines, this is a second career for me. I was in highway construction for 20 years. In 1998, I went back to Fresno State, got my degree in enology. And one of the things when I was in class, to build up our memory banks of aromatics and different things, is they had us sniffing the spice cabinet on a daily basis. You're sniffing every spice in there, and then so you start building up this memory bank of taste. And we do that. I use a lot of that in descriptors on the back of the bottle. Brambleberry,
baking spice,
and some of the other exotic type things, lychee nut,
white pepper.
So I get lychee nut actually in this. But if I had to go to my personal notes, instead of lychee nut, all right, Wrigley's Juicy Fruit Gum.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jolly Rancher Green Apple.
You guys know me, I use Jolly Rancher on a regular basis.
Cotton candy, different things. So you use your memory banks, just kind of think about it when you're tasting the wine. What am I picking up in this?
Yeah, keep it.
Or just enjoy it.
Compare it to, your surroundings or things that you try every day. It's fun to kind of dissect and break down wine, but it's even funner to drink it.
So we'll go on to our third, and here's a cool thing I'd like to share with you too. And for me, as a winemaker, this is way cool. Not only do I get to work in vineyards like this on a daily basis, here we are in the valley. I'm pulling fruit from the best vineyards in the valley. Ours, we have our own estate vineyards with which we do 4 varietals. We have our Syrah, Petit Syrah, Charbonneau, and Cabernet Franc. Then I picked up this from Josh. Thank you very much, and I need more for this year. And the Buoyant Project. So the Buoyant label is Central Coast. It'll be Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and we'll continue to do those things. But here's a kicker. We have Fozzy Argentina.
Yeah.
So we're working with Kareem in Argentina. We're partners are actually in the winery down in Argentina. And something that hurt me a little bit, we're all getting hurt in this thing that we're going through.
Right.
Cameron and I were going to be doing Crush in Argentina. And I was going to be working with Kareem down here. And going to have to wait till next year.
That's okay.
I get to see him, same thing like we're doing right now on the internet. Follow Kareem too and Fozzy Argentina.
They're in the middle of Crush, guys, and he's posting videos daily. So I mean, they're still in it, and you know what's cool about him is he'll post it in both. Is it Spanish that they speak there?
Yes.
Spanish and in English. So which is really, really cool. You know, they're taking their time to show you everything. I think he has a current video that was posted a couple days ago about how they're staying sanitized throughout Crush and things like that, and different things that they have to do. So he's a real cool guy. He'll most likely, all you have to do is friend request him. He'll most definitely do that. But you know, 2 different places of the world, yet we're going through very similar things and making adjustments. So even though we are not physically together, we are still extended family. So it's really good to see us working with that. So yes, next year will be a good visit for you guys.
Exactly. And maybe a little later this year.
Yeah.
Kareem loves barbecue and Led Zeppelin. Yes. I can't say that those aren't some of my favorites as well. So very much looking forward to it. So with it, this blend, the Blend de los Andes, this is right up against the Andes Mountains. Patagonia is actually up in the back too, back in there. And this is a 6 varietal blend. It has 36% Malbec, 21% Cabernet Sauvignon, 16% Cabernet Franc, 11% Merlot, 10% Tempranillo, and 6% Syrah. Yeah, quite a variety pack of things in there.
Packed into a little 750 milliliter bottle.
Exactly. So, well, Kareem, thank you. I've only got to try this once before. I'm excited.
And the color is so good. It's so dark.
That is nice. So this one, I'm getting more of the red fruit. I'm getting
way more red fruit.
Like a raspberry, cherry, a little plum.
A little tartness in there. Like
spice.
A little spicy tartness.
Going with spice. Like a tea.
Oh, like, okay, I could get some tea off that, yeah. So what's interesting about this, guys, is with the 6 varietals, I was very excited to try it, but I also wanted to kind of prepare my mouth. I felt like maybe there would be some harshness with the transition of flavors. And believe it or not, with 6 different varietals, this is a very smooth transition. There's definitely a beginning, middle, and an end, but it is a very smooth ride.
I like this. In most wines, I mean, I like to see it start out nice. You come up to a plateau and then a nice long linger.
Yeah.
And that's what this wine is doing.
No, there's no drop off. It's good.
The interesting thing that I find with this is that, to me, it starts off with this raspberry, cherry, the bright red fruits.
Yeah.
And then it finishes, it tries to transition into a little bit of a darker fruit. Like not so much as blackberry and pomegranate, but maybe plum. And then I get the tea again.
Yeah.
Like an herbal, it's got herbal notes with it as well.
It starts very, I don't want to use the word wet, but it's very like, it makes a lot of saliva in my mouth. My mouth waters for it. And then
you want more, huh?
Yeah, I want more. And then on the back end, I get like that little tannin on the side of my mouth here. So I really like, this is a fun wine, and I would imagine it would develop quite nicely as well. So This is a good one. Good job, Kareem. And something that's so cool that I just love telling everybody about is, we are essentially the Epcot of the wine industry here in the Valley, because we have both local, Central Coast, and then here from Argentina. And Kareem is so cool that he actually signs his cork or puts his autograph on these corks, so you can keep this as like a cool souvenir. I don't know why I think this is the coolest thing ever, but I just, it's like it's a collectible, and it's like I get a little piece of him, like he's here with me, telling me about his wine. So one of those cool little details, which is really nice. This is a great bottle of wine, came all the way from Argentina, right before all of this chaos had started, and we're fortunate enough to be able to have it. So
Both these reds, what I notice on them are the silky tannins. I have to say, for these, both of these wines have very good structure, solid tannins, but they're silky tannins. They're not making your mouth want to dry up and you're feeling it on the back for too hard.
No, you're
this
not
is like a silky tannin that's well integrated with the wine. And the oak on both of these, I think, are very well integrated.
Which is really good, because normally for something that would be like a six varietal type wine, I would think I would need a little bit of charcuterie or something to eat with it, to kind of break it up. And with all three of these wines, they essentially stand on their own. You really don't need anything as far as sustenance or anything like that. They're great bottles. I'm very happy with these. This is a great wine club shipment, you guys. Very excited. Everything was hand selected. A lot of tender love and care went to picking out these wines for you. And I mean, boy, has it been a interesting year, but I'm so excited that you get 3 brand new wines in your shipment, which is so cool.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are my red only, we did pick a oldie but a goodie for you. So you're gonna have these 2 reds plus the Malbec Reserva, because that's just, if you know me, you know that's my little black dress. So I gotta send you one of those.
A very good
it's
wine.
a good one. They're like Three's Company right there. They're gonna be great. So very good.
Well, to everybody out there, you have anything you want to close with?
No.
Stay safe.
Yes.
Here's to you. Hope to be with you soon and share a glass of wine with all of you.
I cannot wait.